Hi guys, it's Clarice and welcome to another video tutorial with me. If you're new to my channel, just really quickly, I do a lot of watercolor videos of the floral nature or kind, and I do dabble in some other stuff every now and then, but dominantly I specialize in flowers. And in today's video, we are going to be doing freesias. So if you guys like flowers, you like roses, you like all those things, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and check out some of the videos. And if you like them, please hit the like button. All right, so on to today's video. We are doing freesias, as I mentioned previously. This is just a quick test that I had done, just checking out colors before I decided that we're ready to record. So again, this is a very loose style of watercolor. I hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to get started with the colors that I have pre-mixed on here. We'll use the similar colors, or feel free to use any of the other colors that you might prefer, because I know these beauties come in several different colors. So for my purple, I have mixed it with a little bit of white, and it is the violet from the, this is my St. Petersburg White Nights set of 36. So I've mixed the violet with some white, and then I've also mixed some Quin Lilac with white, and that's how I got those colors. For the orange version of the freesia, I have mixed in some English red along with Golden Deep. And that's what I have right here. And then for my greens, I love the olive green for this, for the ends of the little, with the little guys over there. I don't know what you call them. Please let me know in the comments below. I'm sure you guys will. So olive green, and then I've also done a mixture of chromium oxide and yellowish green, just to kind of sort of see, to sort of still get that medium green without dipping into my favorite, which is green. So it's like a darker green, but I think you can definitely do darker green as well. So that's what I'm using. And then for my brushes, I am using my Silver Black Velvet number 8 and number 4. Okay, so, oh yes, one last thing. For paper, I am using my Canson XL watercolor paper, and all my supplies are listed in the description below, so please feel free to check those out if you guys are interested in knowing what I'm using. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, so we're going to start off by using the number 8, and I'm going to be using the number 8 to get my green. Right now I'm taking some of the oxide. I'm getting a little bit more from my cake on the side, and we're going to start off by doing the stem. And literally all we need to do is just make sure that it's not as controlled as you normally would do, because this is a loose style of painting. And also we're using just the tip of the brush. We're not pressing down. This might take a couple of tries, so don't go right head on into this. Maybe try getting those light strokes in before you actually go and try this on like your good paper. Alright, so let's begin. I am going to do a stalk coming out from here on this end, because I got 2 here. And I think I will have this probably coming up to about this area here, and just having like that uneven. So we've got 2 here, so maybe one coming protruding this way. So that's where I'm going to do. So I'm going to start off by doing the little curve here first, this section of the flower. So let's just do that. And then as I'm kind of going downward, so I do the curve first, and then I'm going to do the hard stroke down. So you're pressing just a tad bit more than you would have for the curve as you go down on your stalk. And see, I kind of got it to be extra thick at the end, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a tad bit of the green on the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a second line onto this, just to enhance things a bit. And then just enhancing this a bit more until I am happy with the thickness. Alright, and now we've got 2 kinds of greens happening in there, which is what I love for most of my paintings, because it kind of really adds dimension without us having to go in and add a whole lot of detail, right? Okay, alright, so that's that. We're good with this, and now from here we can use the same brush. what I'm going to do is wash off most of this color, and we're going to get some of the olive green that I have mixed up here, and we're going to do, and just get a little bit of that oxide as well, but mainly the olive, and we're going to go ahead and create our little buds, which are going to be at the end first. So just creating these little droplet shapes, and I'm just going to create these shapes using the one color of green, and then we are going to slowly get some darker green and add that in here as well. So we're just kind of doing a couple along the stem here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 flowers over here on this side, and then 1 unopened flower, and then the rest are going to be like buds like this. Perfect. And then so now I'm going to go in and get some of the darker green, and just adding a swipe or so of it just at the bottom of these guys here, so that they kind of bleed into the buds. And now we're going to do our little stumpy bits for the flower. So here's one, here's another, and then finally we've got one over here. Maybe you could do like one more here. So like 3 flowers, 1 opened bud, unopened bud. Okay, perfect. So now that we've done our green bit, now we are ready to move on to our flowers. So for the flowers, I'm switching to the number 4, and I'm going to start off by doing the lightest color first, which is my middle color here, and it's literally the Quin Lilac mixed with white. And I'm just going to go ahead and start creating these very loose looking petals. Now the way I can explain this to you is, let's do the closed bud first. So I'm just going to do similar shape like we did there, just a closed with the green buds, similar drop-like shape, and then I'm leaving it open-ended that way, then going in with the number 8, and I'm just going to add water strokes to this, so I get that nice light to dark, and it's still blending in with that color. And if anything, you know what, get some of that darker purple and maybe just add it at the tip there, and hopefully it kind of seeps in and gives us like a nice blend of color. Perfect. So now we're going to go on and create some of the other flowers. And for that, I'm literally, because these flowers are like tall and just the shapes are very organic and lovely, just dipping my brush in some color and dipping the tip in water. I already did that. And we're just going to press down sideways and create shapes like this, literally, and leaving white space in between your petals, trying to at least, then dip a little bit to get a different shade of purple, and you're going to create another petal. And then just kind of add hints of these colors, so you're adding like a little bit of strokes, a couple of strokes in here as well. And then finally we're going back with the number 8, and we're pulling down to create the bottom of this and attach it to the bottom area. What I did here is I just used whatever leftover purple I had, and I've extended it to kind of make it seem like there's a faint looking petal off to the side. Alright, so you can do something like that, and you can see the beautiful blend of color. So I just zoomed in some more so you can have a look at the blend that we have going on before we move on to the next petal. Now I do notice that we've got a little bit of conflict here because this flower looks to be a little bigger, so we'll get back to that. Let's do this flower that's protruding at the end first. So I'm just going to move my sheet sideways, because what I'm going to do is make this flower look like it's kind of protruding this way. And again, we're starting off with the lightest color first, and I'm just going to press down this way and create a petal, another one on this side, and now there's one over here on this side too, adding a little bit of a stroke in here and here to get a nice blend of color. Blending in some other purple to get like a nice darker looking hue on this end. And then finally one petal coming in this way. Perfect. And like I mentioned, you can go in and add hues of some of the other purples and just leave it that way. And now that I just realized we used the number 8 for this, and that's okay. So I've washed off most of the color, and now I'm just going to try and get whatever purple I get here and just kind of extend it over on this end. Actually, you know what? Just leave it open-ended this way. It's fine. It can look like, make it look as if this flower is covering the part where it's kind of joining in to the area there. So just leave it as like that. Now if you want to add some of the darker purple, you can. I think I really like how this is looking without the dark purple. Maybe I'll just add a little bit at the edges, just so it kind of blends in more with what we have there. So literally just using the tip, I'm just adding some in the edges. All right, perfect. And so now finally we're going to revert back to that one missing floral in there. So for this I'm going to make sure that it's really watered down, the color that I have on my brush here, because I want this to look like it's kind of in the background but very, very light and like lots of white space. And you can kind of get away with making this look very, very loose, because again we are painting a loose style, and the shapes for these flowers are very organic and pretty. So look at that. That's it. That's literally all we had to do, and we're done. And I kind of like how, notice the difference between my first freesia and this one right here. This one has, the tips of them are a little more pointed, and while typically they do have a little bit of a point to them, I do like these rounded shapes way more. So the way you get that is you don't use the tip of your brush to kind of press down and go downward. You kind of use the side of your brush, and that's how you get the thicker shapes and the rounded edges. All right, so just keep that in mind, and that's it. So to finish off this stock, what I would do is, not end up doing, is I'm just going to take the number 8, get some of my green. I'm just going to get some of that green on here. And I think I want a nice darker green, so I'm going to get a little bit of the green mixed in here as well. Remember I said you can use the green. All right, and so then what I am going to do now is just have a stalk coming from down here all the way up, just like how I did these ones off to the side. All right, so I'm just going to move this so you can see that, and literally we can just have it coming. I'll have one going this way. Actually, no, this way, because these two are inward, right? And that's it. Just push the color in and just add additional color down by this area so that it looks nice and dark. And we are done. This is so simple and so pretty and delicate to do. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought. I'm going to adjust this so you can see the full view. Feel free to like this video if you guys actually liked it, and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thanks guys for watching, and feel free to tag me in your work on social media. I am on Instagram and Facebook. My handle on Instagram is Hello Clarice G, and looking forward to seeing your beautiful freesias on there. Bye!